Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Scion. What is this game?
Everyone,
We don't.
welcome back to
We don't know.
Scion.
Wait,
What
why
is
am I
this
hearing
game?
myself? What is happening?
Drew's
Oh, okay.
watching, so that
All
we
right.
have at least one viewer.
Good. Uh, so yeah, we have this other game that we play. Now that we've started playing games again, it's called Scion, and we're all people. There's people. Some of us are magic people. We're probably all magic people.
All of us.
We just don't really understand the magic yet, or how we do it really. But we'll eventually find out, I guess. And we've been lately kind of running around, having farm life. There's this guy we work for, and he sent us to do all this stuff, and we ended up in an auction, and Desh had like a medical episode, and a lady jumped out a window, and then we followed her around and went all over town, went into like a weird basement, and Bogey made friends with some dudes on the street, and we ended up I don't know, we didn't get very far along that, we didn't make a lot of progress there, but eventually we had to go save this woman, and I don't know, we went to like a bunch of weird occult shops, or maybe just one weird occult shop. Maybe we went there twice. I don't know, but we talked to some occult people, and we had to go to this woman's ranch and prevent her from being killed by a bull. She wasn't too agreeable, but we worked it out. It turned out to be a minotaur instead of a bull. And well, like one of the bulls, I guess, just sort of morphed into a minotaur. I don't know. That's my recollection of it. So there were a bunch of bulls, and then there was a minotaur in the middle of them somehow, and it was big and scary. But fortunately, Desh killed it single-handedly with one bullet. And
Most of that's not true.
I don't know. That's what I remember. I got messed up by that minotaur, so my recollection might not be quite accurate. But anyway,
I think you're spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the main takeaway is that we had a really good plan, and it worked like clockwork, and we saved the woman from the minotaur that she didn't know about and we didn't know about. And we afterwards went to a healer who seemed to also be magical. So there's other magical out in the world. And the woman who jumped out the window and steals a bunch of stuff and always seems to be one step ahead of us, we're still after her, so we need to go figure out how to deal with her. And we need to go talk to someone else about some stuff. So we're kind of done with one thing. We're moving on to another thing. We don't know quite where we're going from here, but we're going to find out. And that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, in a Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
Figuring things out.
Here we are.
Yeah, so yeah, you're sitting down to eat, and yeah, it might not be bad to do a little bit of in-person chat and recap / reminisce over the past couple of hours and what you want to do moving forward.
So that all really happened, right? I know it hasn't been that long, but that was weird.
Yeah, it very much was weird. Agreed.
Yeah, like I can't believe there's a whole squad of people that just showed up and made it all disappear in like no time. We got a ministry of magic. We need to learn about this stuff. Gotta be somewhere.
Yeah, like what? Are they just around like waiting for weird stuff to go up after?
They must have a good way of transportation. But there's some magical way to,
Be. You can be in a place.
Right. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
get there. They couldn't have all been that close. I mean, in the middle of nowhere.
Or is there just that many of them that even in the middle of nowhere, there's still someone here?
No, it doesn't seem like there can be a lot of teams who do that, right?
It doesn't really make sense.
I mean,
How often does that stuff?
they know about us and we just don't know about them. So like they might have had someone like Bill, like that we would make a mess is something that would, they'd have to have a plan for that. So maybe those people are just there for us.
Think they're on our team specifically?
What do you mean our team?
I don't know. Like, not Paula's team.
I mean, like, is Paola on our team?
No.
She's certainly has magic. Is she part of the Confluence?
I thought we were all part of the Confluence.
Well, I mean, we're all part of the Confluence, but like she has magic, so is she part of it also? Like, maybe she's not part of this. Maybe she's not a part of this. Maybe she's like a part of this, like a part of it.
So I don't think she's on our team.
I don't. Yeah.
World
Either way.
No, but she's not like a part from it.
Like either way, I mean, like, who cares who did the cleanup, right? Like we got what we wanted, right? We did the thing we were supposed to do, right?
No, but that's like a big deal that there's this like squad that comes and makes minotaurs disappear.
No, you yourself, Sylvia, have been like, this is Bill. This is like the guy. We know this is all connected to Bill.
Yeah, but it was like underground little.
Haven't you seen The Godfather with all the movies you've watched? Clearly.
You think that's all that was? I feel like it was more than that. I feel like it was like a cleanup crew, like a government, like poison control, or
Feels like the Robert Duvall in this organization, and somewhere up there's the Al Pacino, or no, the Marlon Brando, right?
Who are those guys that we went to tonight? The favor he called in. I mean, that's definitely Godfather.
Wait. Yes, like the people who are higher up from them?
No, I was just saying, I'm sure there is somebody higher up than Bill.
But you know a bunch of their names.
No. No, that was from the movie. I've seen actually the movie. It is a very old movie, I agree, but I've seen it. Yeah, sorry, it's just an analogy. My fault.
Oh, this is stuff from a.
It's from a movie. I was trying to relate it to Sylvia because she seems to and not put it in Harry Potter terms.
Okay.
But anyway.
Oh man, this is Harry Potter for sure.
All right, we'll go Harry Potter then.
We are like wizards and witches, and the Muggles are all just like don't know what's going on, and that was
all
like.
Right. That's fine, Sylvia. We can go with that.
Crew that showed up and like cleaned up all the mess, because we're like secretly wizards and witches. We gotta keep it secret. Statute of secrecy.
Right.
But we're in now. I mean, we just need to know what the rules are. Who's, who we working for the good guys? Are we working for the bad guys? Like, who we.
When have you cared about good and bad?
What do you? I'm care. It's like.
Do you?
Yes.
I mean, do you really? I feel like we've had this conversation actually over dinner before. I think it always happens over dinner.
You just are stuck in the laws and rules of the past, the Muggle laws. We don't know what the new laws are. confuse like breaking laws with good and bad. That's your problem.
When it involves hurting people, yes.
But we
Yes,
should,
you're right.
we
I do.
should keep in mind the laws of the world that we live in. Sylvia, like
I know. Yeah, right. We gotta
when
keep up
you're when
appearances.
you're living in square society, like you gotta look a little square.
Yeah, right. We keep up appearances, right? But like, Paula's not playing by the rules.
Paul
So what
is
is-
also not
then
sticking
what does
out.
it matter?
What are the rules?
She's our target, right?
Is she our target as the goblet?
She's got the goblet.
But maybe she's the good guy, and we're working for the bad guys. We gotta figure this out.
We certainly need to know more. But like this world that we're in got bigger today. And that was a magical creature in our world. So how often are these around that we just don't know about it? You know?
Yeah, I mean, the Minotaurs are they from around Colorado, or is that one out of place?
Well, like the wolves that you walked with, there's none here. You found a thing that's not here and walked with them.
Wonder if they were regular wolves or different.
Maybe all these things came from the multiverse. You know, like came through a portal or something?
Yeah, like something like that. Like one. I mean, I can send any one of you to a river.
Yeah, where is that river?
That's really cool, by the way.
It's in the earth. Like, is that why I want to be in the like?
Hey, can you
Is
do
that
it
what
again?
drew me toward solving problems and getting deep? Like,
You do take a quick glance around and like there are other people eating here. Just as anybody who hears Desh and has that half second thought. Anybody who doesn't, don't worry about it. You don't notice, but there are, obviously besides just the servers, there are other people eating here.
what did Desh say?
Do it again.
He wants you to make him disappear.
Yeah, just do that right here.
I mean, Sylvia doesn't care. These are just like muggles. These are just who cares? They're just muggles, right?
Dude,
That's it.
you miss everything I say.
No, they're just it's just
Secrecy.
laws.
Come
It's just
on.
laws and chaos, which isn't good and evil. So what does it matter, right?
No.
I mean, but you did say that, right?
No, I didn't say that at all. That's not even close to what I said. It's
You
laws
said
and chaos.
don't
matter.
confuse laws with good and evil. I think those are the words you said.
Right. Yes.
All right.
I didn't say do magic in front of the muggles. That's our laws. That's our new laws. I'm talking about their laws, the muggle laws.
I think the fact that you're looking down on them, part of the problem.
No,
Sylvia.
they're. Why do you think I'm looking down on them?
You just called them muggles.
I didn't call them like.
You
muggles.
literally did.
No, it's not.
You just said not in
Have
front
you
of the
even read
muggles.
Harry Potter?
Yes.
That's not a term of a negative term.
Actually, when wizards use it, it is.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
What they all call them. Or no-mages, if you're into the Fantastic Beasts version. It's not a negative term.
oh, please. Please.
It's not like mudblood or, Muggle's not a negative term.
Please.
You didn't even read the book. You must have seen like the first movie, and that's all.
Dude, I saw all
Muggle's
movies.
absolutely derogatory, man.
What?
It is. Like,
You
just
guys-
think about it. Like, they're just like making them a second-class citizen.
Just telling you, The Godfather was a little easy to understand. That's all I'm saying.
Then a children's novel? Come on.
Children's
It's
novel.
not a negative term. It's just you gotta have a name for the people that don't do magic.
About non-magic users.
No Madge. Okay, we're in the U.S. We'll call them No Madges. No magic in front of the No Madges.
Didn't Hermione call her own parents muggles?
They are muggles. Yes. And she's
Man.
like the most, she was in charge of Spew.
Man.
She's one of my heroes.
Yeah, server will come by and you order a beer and they'll.
I'd like
Bring it
5
to you.
more beers, please. No, they're all for me.
Just leave the picture. Just leave it.
I'm just saying, I'm going to go see Naomi tomorrow. You can do whatever you want to. You can go look for whoever's working for who in this. I'm going to look for Naomi so we can find Paola, because that was the whole objective of us coming to this place to start with.
Yes, agreed. But
I want to find her.
we should be asking some questions too.
We are. We're going to ask Naomi, where's Paola? We're going to ask those questions.
And more questions, right? Not just why are we going to go seek out this person and try and steal their stuff, right? Like,
No, that's what y'all have wanted to do ever since we've got here.
I'm saying we should ask more questions about why we're doing this.
But you weren't saying that earlier. You're saying that now, though.
I am saying that now, yes.
Okay. All right.
And you're not saying that now, so
Blurred lines. I just want to make sure we know where we are here.
yeah, we're both blurring both ways.
I didn't want to come here to start with, if you recall.
What exactly did you want to do?
Well, the original... Never mind. You won't believe me anyway.
Anyway,
Plus, I can't really remember all the specifics, so I'm not going to go back and look.
Can't remember everything we fought about.
But I remember I didn't like the plan.
I think the part of the difficulty that Dash had was that Maria was just knocked out and taken, and so you all had gone back to someone's apartment. Might have been the
Yeah.
bachelor pad, and so that was the big thing Dash was having issues with. Dash didn't even leave until Carter came and arrived, and so yeah. That, as I recall, that was Dash's big issue, is that Hannah and Sylvia, Hannah physically took out Maria, and then Sylvia and Hannah left with Maria.
We did our part of the plan.
No.
Oh yeah, right.
It's, I consider the fact
I
that
wonder if they obliviated her, like erased her memories.
Channel, I can't hear. I know you were saying something, but I couldn't hear you.
Sorry.
I don't know if that was...
No, it's late. I can't hear it either.
Better now?
Yep.
Yes.
Better know. Yep.
All right. The wonders of technology. Has anybody considered the fact that this thing appeared because we've all gotten into the same location?
You think it's a small group that just is all converging in one spot?
I was wondering if the reason that this thing appeared here tonight is because of all of us coming together, well, except for Hannah more recently, but almost 3 months ago.
I mean, Bill got us together. It's
Right, but I don't know if this, like someone said, I don't know if this thing is supposed to be here or not. But if it's supposed to be here, then that just brings up a whole another line of questions that I am not prepared for.
we got to ask some of those questions. Hopefully she's a little more forthcoming than Bill is. I have a suspicion she won't be, though. They seem pretty quiet, at least around us. They don't give us much information.
Maybe it's one of the things that you can only assimilate the information that you have, like, that you can comprehend. You have context for, like, if they told us what the whole confluence is now, then, like, but, like, as we experience it, I'm like, yeah, maybe.
I mean, could she have just told us it was a minotaur instead of a bull? Like, did she know?
Maybe in her vision it was just a bull.
Or what if it was the only thing we could comprehend?
I can comprehend a lot.
Right on. Nah, but like, think about it. Like, if she had said that she was gonna get attacked by a minotaur, then I'd be like, right on. Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well,
No, that would have been helpful. That would have been like really useful information.
But
I mean-
would we have
but
believed it?
like, would we believe that? That's
I'm getting there.
well, we're getting there now. But like, would we have been there before we got here?
It would have. It would have. It wouldn't have hurt. Have like a.
I wouldn't have believed it
I would not have believed it.
because she definitely did not have a maze on her property.
Not even a corn maze.
And we're not in Greece.
Also a fact.
Or Crete, whichever
Crete.
one.
Crete, if we want to, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So like, bull. You know.
No, we'll see what she says.
But like,
If
if you
not,
know
Sylvia, or just stab her with something, and we'll just,
then, like,
you know.
The server comes by with your check and 6 fortune cookies. Always give an extra one. Seems like this is wrapping up. If you want to discuss more, feel free to discuss more. But it seems like we've gotten to a good point. Oh boy, do I need to tell you what the fortune says?
I mean,
Yes.
you did throw it up there.
Yep, we all need our fortunes.
Carter,
All right, give me 1 second.
Carter grabs,
Give me 1
Carter
second.
grabs
Fortune
the-
cookie
hang on.
generator.
I
Make fortune.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured that
So
was.
Desh,
Yeah.
adversity is the parent of virtue.
Carter
Ah.
takes the extra fortune cookie and tosses it to Hannah.
Did she catch?
Oh yeah.
Just reflex catches it with her right hand and then.
Yep.
Yeah, what's Sylvia has hers. What's in there?
This is actually a good one. Jealousy doesn't open doors, closes them.
Whoa.
Yeah. For Bogey, now is the time to try something new.
Short-term goal.
Actually,
Actually, we
now
should
I know
all,
Mike's gonna get all the short-term goals
are just
from
gonna
now
be
on.
fortune cookie. Whatever your fortune cookie
You
says.
should have done this beforehand.
There's
dude.
your goal.
Sorry. Carter, serious trouble will pass you by.
I feel like this one's a little late.
Oh, it
Hannah,
hasn't
you-
really passed you by yet. It's pretty much gone right at you. So,
Well, it ran by him one time.
yeah. Maybe this is good.
I had a bull thrown at me.
Yeah.
I will say that it passed me by.
Yeah.
I think it was a heifer.
A heifer. That's right.
Yeah.
It was a heifer.
Hannah, this is a good one for you. You will become great if you believe in yourself. Is your first
Oh.
fortune? I don't know if you opened up the
Yeah,
second one or
both
not.
of them. I eat both of them.
I mean, of course. Nothing astonishes men so much as common sense and plain dealing. Those are your 6 fortunes.
Toss that one back on the table. But the first one, what was the first one again?
I don't know. It doesn't go backwards.
Uh-oh. Well, whatever that
Something-
one was.
Something about doing the right thing. I don't
Not
remember.
growing up, right? Wasn't it like?
With the beauty of Twitch, we can go back and watch it later.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whatever that one is, though, that's my short-term goal.
See, this is why we need viewers, because they'd be able to tell us what that fortune.
They would just type it right up and be like, "Oh, of course
Yeah.
it was this."
We got people. We got people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least
Chad,
not.
if you remember what
I'm
my
always
fortune
shocked
was,
by that.
tell me.
They bought
'Cause I don't-
17. What
I don't
was it?
know. I don't think the bot's gonna tell me. But there's at least, I think there are 2 real people in here, maybe 3.
Let's
you
go.
2, maybe 3.
One of them is Drew, so
Yeah.
does that really count?
Real people. Tell me.
Drew's a real person.
Drew, go back and watch really fast. Yeah.
I can't.
All right. So if we're good with this point of the conversation, I don't know where we landed as far as sleep. If we were just going to try to sleep in town and grab a place, or if we were heading back to Colorado Springs and then coming back here again tomorrow. But either way, it's about that time.
Isn't it like 30 minutes up the road? No,
About an hour.
Yeah, it's about an hour.
hour up the road.
It's just not bad. I mean,
No.
but
Drive home.
okay, there you go.
Drive home.
Yeah, drive.
Okay.
Drive. I mean, you got to at least get Hannah home, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you all drive
I
drive
should go
home. Probably. Y'all get home and it leads into the next day. Which I think
Let's go back.
we came to was Tuesday. I think it was Monday
Yes.
that she was getting attacked, and so now
She'd
it
be
is
dead.
Tuesday.
She'd be dead by Tuesday. So now we're Tuesday.
So yeah, you unless anybody's like, I can't make it, you all head back.
We're going to Pueblo, or we're going back to
I think we're going to Q Stone, right?
In Pueblo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Carter would talk to Dash and go, I might drop you off and just swing by and double check on Maria and make sure she actually made it through the night.
Yeah, I had that same thought last night as I was falling asleep. Which is a little late to have that thought, but I had that thought
No,
last
not really.
Yeah.
Well, then, do you want to just meet up with everyone at the shop, and then we'll see if anybody wants to head over with us.
Yeah, because I mean, if she's dead already, then it's not really gonna matter much, right?
But yeah,
He
that's a good
says
point.
nonchalantly.
I'm working on my, Damn, I should have put that as my short-term deed.
Well, to be fair, I mean, you did shoot something last night and kill it, so
I did.
That is true.
you did.
At least I think that's what happened.
Oh yeah,
you
it
all
was.
you all meet up at Q Stone sometime after it opens, because you've learned that it doesn't open at the times that it says online.
Doesn't open at
So-
8. We know that much.
It doesn't open at 8. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you gave it
What was
at
it,
least
Nick?
until 8:30 or 9, depending on when you all want to get there.
Go in.
Right? Yeah, I mean, the store's, there's a few people in it. It's, it's a Tuesday morning, so it's not too busy. So there's actually one, looks like you'd assume, customer in there. Same girl is working there that had originally sold you the that book of rituals that you'd gotten. Presumably asking for Naomi. She'll come out and usher you all back to that small room again. Looks like it's a like a tarot reading type room. So, seems as though you have all survived your event.
It appears
Yeah.
that way.
Very good. And
We did, but it didn't.
the bull did not.
Right. There's no avoiding that, I guess.
It certainly seemed in my visions intent on killing Maria.
But why?
I could not tell you. I don't know why.
Like Hansa had, he was possessed by a dagger. There was a reason why he was violent toward us. But the Minotaur was just violent toward us.
And she cocks her head a little bit, not in like a what Minotaur, that's weird, but not in that she's never heard of it, or like
But she didn't know
she's
that.
even she doesn't seem to be even disbelieving of you when you say it, just like, oh, a Minotaur, oh, I thought it was just a bull. Minotaur.
She
Interesting.
did think it was just a bull.
Well, the visions are not always clear, and certainly had no reason to believe one would be around here.
Right, because they're not real things. Well, they are, but
But it is real. But it came in. It didn't go to there. It began there. Do they
We don't-
begin in a place?
we don't know that.
Everything begins in a place, but
But I mean,
that
does
may
it,
not have been the place it began.
we don't know that it wasn't there already, I guess.
I mean,
But it seemed to have. It didn't seem like it came there. It seemed like it came into existence in that spot. Is there a way for that to happen? For something to just be in a spot without passing between?
There are ways, though minotaurs are not known for them.
well, Bogey, you made me appear in a spot without passing between spots.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right? I mean, maybe.
And you were there, and then you were back to here. So
Right. Maybe the.
Oh, Drew, I think you're muted. I don't know if you've been trying to talk.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
What are minotaurs known for, and where are they usually?
Well, they can be in many different places. You know, there's the original myth, but not simply one minotaur in the world. Known for certainly known for those that know of them, seeking human flesh, drawing from that power to become more powerful.
Sounds right.
Which presumably is why this Minotaur would have been seeking to kill Maria. And her having cattle is a convenient place for it to hide.
do they look like cattle until they don't want to anymore?
They have, I suppose it is evolved to be able to blend into a world that no longer believes in them. Whether or not it looked like a cow or was able to mimic enough to look like a cow, could not say.
So it could have been there, and we just didn't notice it.
True.
Like we didn't notice a minotaur, and no
Were
one
you-
noticed the minotaur because they're
were-
not seeing. they're
Were
not
you
seeing-
looking for a Minotaur?
Right. They
Hard
see,
to see what you
see-
don't believe would be there.
yeah, they see cattle, and so they don't see the minotaur, and so
Just
we need to
another-
like see the world.
Another set of horns.
So, after we were done with the Minotaur, a group showed up and kind of cleaned up real quick and made everything disappear.
Two guys.
Probably.
Two guys.
Probably
You
for
got-
the best.
Who was that? Like, is that a thing? Is there like a group that does that? That makes
I wouldn't say necessarily a dedicated group, but certainly, well, it would concern more people if it was more widely known that such things weren't just in stories.
is there like a governing body for this type of situation?
She takes a moment to think about it, so to speak.
What is, so to speak? So what is it?
Not for me to say, I'm afraid.
So where's Paola?
Your reward, the reason you came to me. Of course. So I've been working on something that I believe will help. And she, so she, seeing all of you there, she pulls out the jar of blood, opens it up, and she takes a crystal on a necklace, quartz, simple crystal, and dips it into the blood. Starts murmuring a few things very quietly, and then pulls it back out, and the stone has taken on a deep, rich blood color, but no blood drips off of it. Like it has just changed. She sets it down on the table and covers the jar back up. That will help you work your way through any wards or guards that Paola might have set up to hide herself, and should help point you in the right direction. From what I can tell, she is in. Check right. She is at Orme's Peak, which, if I remember right, is like a bit north from El Magre Mountain. Now, where specifically, I couldn't say, but the crystal should help point you in the right direction.
Do you know who like she works with or for, or who Bill works with or for? Like,
who Bill works with and for, yes. Who she works with and for, less certain.
Are they good people?
Who?
Like Bill and his group.
I would say so.
Will we learn more about them, like when we should learn more about them, or are we just gonna never know? Like,
I would say so.
what would
Again,
you say?
not for me to enlighten you on.
So this, you said it was like a stone or a necklace. Is that what you said? Sorry.
Yeah, it's like a quartz. It was like a clear quartz that is now like a deep crimson red on like a just a string necklace.
So we just like what walk with it and it'll.
She kind of gives like a
All right.
essentially.
Wait,
It-
Orme's Peak?
Yes.
Ah,
I'll take it.
solid. Like
Maybe I'll
that
grab
place
it.
is. Yeah, I've been there.
There you have it. And she kind of pushes the jar to the other end of the little table for you to be able to take.
Yeah, takes the jar of blood.
Yes. Infinite blood. Goat blood, warm blood. And, whether you looked in when she dipped it or a little bit after, you do notice that there is less blood in it. Both before she put the stone in and a little bit less after she put the stone in. So,
Like, noticeably less though. Like, like the blood, like
Soaked into the quartz.
more than like an amount that would
fit into a rock, right? Like that's weird by itself. Yes, yeah. I mean, it's
more volume than a rock's worth of blood is gone.
Yes, and even some was missing before that. So before she dipped it in, you notice that some of it was already down.
All right.
We're getting a little low on blood here.
You still got at least like 60% of the jar. Well, it has been a pleasure working with you.
Thanks. Are there any
Thank you.
other like rules we should follow?
Or not.
Like,
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like,
Sylvia is really concerned about rules, except when she's not.
just like rules for like,
For like being a part of the world like this.
Most people don't know about it, and most people who do know about it prefer it that way. Some are better about living in the world, understanding that there's rules that need to be followed. Some are not. Generally, those of us who understand that there are aspects of the world that are unknown to others work to make sure that it doesn't get revealed. Some choose less tasteful ways to do that, and they are usually not looked upon kindly.
Mm.
So try to be tasteful.
We can be tasteful, Sylvia. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, Robert Duvall, not Joe Pesci. Got it.
Who are those guys?
Oh, sorry.
okay.
Yeah, if there's nothing else, then it's a Tuesday morning.
All right. Well, thank you.
Well,
Dash, do you want to ask her about the rituals?
The rituals that were done in our apartment.
The book.
from the ritual book that only you can read.
Do you want to ask her anything about that, or you
Like you bought a ritual book from the store from the girl
I
that's out
remember
front.
that piece, but I don't remember doing the rituals.
You really didn't. You mostly just translated, and Hannah and Sylvia did the rituals.
Oh,
They made dream catchers.
that's
Protected your
right. I remember
apartment
that.
from evil
Yeah,
stuff.
and and
Yeah,
drew all
they
over
drew
your
all over
apartment
our
walls.
walls.
That's right.
But it's with chalk. It's fine.
Yeah,
It'll
you can
come
erase
off.
it if you need to.
But don't, because then the evil things will get it.
What
Right.
do you want me to ask?
I don't know. I just didn't know if you're curious how to do them or something.
I mean, I read it to you. Y'all
Okay.
did them.
All right. I wonder if. All right. Yeah. Maybe there's like a ritual for finding people or something in there. Right?
Did I see one in there?
For finding people,
First.
Dash, because we didn't like specify. Oh, you found this, then the other thing. Dash, go ahead. We're gonna do a fate roll, and it'll help decide.
I don't even remember how to
whether or
roll
not it-
dice in this game. It's
Right?
awesome.
The macro at the bottom.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
macro. There's a macro at the
Do
bottom.
that thing.
So go ahead and roll occult plus intellect, and you'll add one from your persuasion specialty.
So, okay. And then we're adding one to that.
Yeah.
Is that-
Yeah. I mean, you did find a ritual in there for finding people.
wait, I haven't rolled it yet, have I?
Is that?
No,
Oh, it hasn't
no.
actually rolled. It's just that is yours. Sorry.
You
Well, at
did.
least you have an idea of what your target number is.
Yeah, just roll
So,
that
do
thing.
I need to roll? Am I rolling 7 dice or am I rolling 6 dice and I'm getting one?
You're rolling 6 dice and getting an automatic one.
How does
Gotcha.
this game work
Okay.
again?
Right? I had to look it back up.
Yeah, I don't remember.
There we
Hey,
go.
All right.
3 successes.
2 plus
Yeah,
1.
you didn't actually find a ritual. Target was 4.
Rituals.
Sorry. You didn't find a ritual. No, sorry. Fate's against you. You didn't actually find a ritual on finding people. Maybe there's one in there, but you all hadn't finished deciphering all of it. It was something
Right.
I think you're about halfway through.
Gotcha. I actually finished the book yet.
No. Okay.
Big book.
All right. Well, I guess we know where she is.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere. Unless she does.
Well, yeah.
You know.
Until
she like pops and disappears, and
Right.
Right.
Until she vanishes into thin air in the middle of someone's lawn.
Well, then she does. Good for her. She's living her best life. Come on, let's go. We got this. Let's go follow. One thing at a time, guys. Come on.
Did you understand what she was saying when she was doing her thing?
No. She said, take this thing. And
Oh no, I meant when she was like doing the magic. You didn't understand that part.
no. You didn't?
No.
You have a deeper understanding of stuff than I do.
But you like speak the language.
I don't think she was really. I don't think it was a language. I think it was more of a incantation.
I don't know. All right.
So like real magic.
Yeah.
Solid.
Why do you guys keep asking the question? Y'all been trying to convince us for the last however many weeks this is magic, and then y'all keep saying things like, "Is it
Well, like,
real
it's
magic?"
not-
Well, obviously it is.
Obviously it is, but like, is she part of the confluence?
Bogey, what is the confluence at this point?
Well, what is it? Yeah, like what is it?
That's what we're asking you. What is it?
We thought that it was just us, but it's not just us. Like there's all of these people. So like, is it just us as part of the confluence that brought us together, or is the confluence this great big thing that we're just a part of, and we're only seeing the part that affects us? Like, what is it? Is it her? Is it us? Is it all of us? Like,
What if the world is a confluence and all the people who are on it were brought to the world as part of it?
you're not brought to the world. You're just in the world.
Huh? Think that Minotaur was just in the world? Brought here from another dimension through a confluence, which is the world.
I mean,
Well, like-
she's got a point, Boogie.
She's
Well,
just
if the Minotaur was there the whole time and we just weren't seeing it, like because we weren't looking for it, like how much other things are around that we're just not looking for, and so we're not seeing them even if we see them.
But if it was there the whole time, why didn't it kill her long before we got there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why then? That's why I was thinking that it must have been there the same time that we were there, but it wasn't there before we were there. You know, like it couldn't have just been that we weren't looking for it, right? Like it couldn't have been.
Well, to be fair, I went through and looked at most of the herd, and bulls that I saw, I wasn't looking for. I've seen bulls my entire life, and I didn't know what I was looking for.
But you didn't, when you looked at the herd, you didn't see like a 12-foot tall man bull.
But it grew. But it grew when we were there. It didn't start off as 12 foot and then go man bull. It was
Maybe
on
that-
all fours. It was slightly larger.
maybe they can shapeshift and turn into bulls like regular bulls. That's how they blend into this world. She said they figure out a way to not stand out in a world that doesn't want to see them.
Blend into this world.
But
Well,
wait. She said the myth. She did say the myth was based on some parts of truth. What was the Minotaur in Crete? It didn't need a human sacrifice every day, right?
Wasn't it just like chilling in a maze?
That was what I
But that's
thought.
where it was kept.
But
it was still fed.
They did send people in to get eaten, right?
Right.
Yeah,
but how
captives
often
or-
was it? That's what I'm saying. If it doesn't need to feed every day like we do, then maybe that's why.
Like, what if it does?
So then we got a bigger question on our hands.
What's the bigger question? Like how frequently minotaurs eat people? Like,
Or if anybody else in the area has gone missing.
Should put up like, I don't know. We could. Do you think your loved one has been eaten by a minotaur? Contact us.
I think that would go against like what she was saying. Like, we're not supposed to tell people about the minotaurs. Like, we got to be secret about this, you know? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it would bring other people who are in the confluence. Us.
yeah, but I feel like it would upset them.
Yeah, but
Dude,
then we
like,
would be on the
think that-
bad side, right? Like we would be looked on less favorably.
Yeah, and also like it doesn't seem like it's very hard for people in the confluence to find us that now. Like,
But yeah, if bulls are going around or minotaurs are going around eating people, yeah, like that just stinks for the people. Yeah, we probably shouldn't just let that happen. As a organization of magical beings,
Minotaur hunters.
well, I mean, it's just like, you know, they don't know that they're getting eaten by minotaurs. That's not cool.
I bet they do at the time. Yeah,
You bet what?
they do at the time.
I mean, once they start getting eaten, but they don't see it coming.
Yeah, they don't like survive the minotaur attack.
What happens if you survive? Yeah, I don't know. Like, but like, let's get to armies. Like,
So that
I can
brings
pick up- I can pick up some gear. And we can solve some problems there.
yeah,
We're supposed to. You don't want to go straight at her. So we just
Yeah,
be there.
what are we doing there once we find her?
Well, let's find out why she wants these things. Like,
Just talk? She doesn't seem
Or
like
she's just gonna leave again.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she wants to talk. We trying to just take her stuff? We trying to make her talk to us? How do you know? What do we?
Well, let's go find out.
yeah, let's
Just go
get
find out what our plan is.
let's get there first. That's one of our. We have a day package there. Like, I know the area.
What,
It doesn't
you want to
have
stop
any
by?
stuff that you really find,
wanna stop
Sylvia.
by-
It's all, like,
You want to stop by the outdoor shop again, Sylvia?
I mean, I got my gear.
you hardly need it. It's juggy as hell, and everything's slab, and it's just like in a city, you know. Like, but
Carter's armed.
You want to go
And,
like climb a thing?
yeah, like we're not just going there hunting for her. She'll see that. Like, we just want to be there, and then
Like, I don't think I'm gonna climb anything anytime soon.
no, you can belay.
I don't think so. I really can't use this arm.
Yeah, you just use the other one.
It's okay, Hannah. Carter usually pulls me up too, so it's fine.
If we, Hannah, maybe we can stop and I can help you a little bit with that before we head out. Make it a little bit more manageable.
Okay, I mean,
So we're going back to town.
Did your folks notice? Like,
no, they don't. Like I snuck in, went up to my bedroom, kept the covers on, mumbled some stuff at them in the morning. They left for work. They don't pay that much.
I'm sorry.
there's no community there. I'd never be able to get away with a thing like that. Be like Story City.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna go grab some stuff and get prepared to go up a mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a hiking trail. You can just walk.
That sounds better.
All right. So I'll take Hannah back and try and do what I can to make things better, whatever that is. Whatever that
Yeah,
means.
like try to
Speed up.
mend her collarbone. A
Yeah,
little
or
bit.
just
Really wouldn't.
support it better so that it's not as much of a thing.
That sounds good. All right. So roll a healing roll, first aid. Because I remember how this works. Yeah. So roll an intellect plus medicine roll.
Oh, you got this.
That's below average.
I just check something. Yeah, that's actually the number you need for an injured. So Sylvia does a few things to help set it in a better place and support it. We'll leave it at that. And so yeah, your broken clavicle goes to a bruised. That's the same kind of effect as your hand. So generally, anything physical you do is going to be +1 difficulty. So they're both physical. They overlap, so they're not going to. It's not going to add
Don't
up,
stack.
right? Like it's right. Like if one was, hand and one was foot, and you had different things, but both of these are basically going to affect anything that you want to do physically, other than walking, running. Not comfortable, but it's not necessarily going to affect things. Anything you want to do, upper body. Probably most of things you do
Yeah.
with your life, it's going to affect you. So it won't affect you like walking on the trail with them or anything like that. But yeah, it'll be just +1 difficulty to anything that you try to do otherwise. Physically, mentally, you're fine.
I mean, fine as
Well,
I
I mean,
am.
Right, exactly. You're no worse off. It's not like you got some type of psychological trauma that you're trying to work off.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah, we're getting geared up and going up a mountain.
Dash, make sure you bring that ritual book just in case.
The ritual book.
Yeah.
I have it on my inventory, and I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
I just have it labeled as an old leather journal. Or is that
Were you the
different?
original one to get it, or was it?
Yeah, I don't have it on mine, so
Not on mine.
maybe you got it originally, and then you let me read it, and then
Well, you can hold on to it. Just write down you've got the old leather journal ritual book, I guess. Or is the old leather journal something different?
I don't know.
It's been a very long time.
I'll just write down ritual book, and we'll leave it at that. Why am I bringing the ritual book?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Like, what if we? I mean, what if we can do a thing that we need to do?
Rituals take 10 minutes. Don't you know how to play the game?
At
Oh,
higher
we
levels, it
got
takes less time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it just seems like one of the more useful tools we probably have that we just don't know how to use.
All right, I'll throw it in the backpack.
I mean, we might as well bring all our weird shit, right?
I mean, we bring the vat of blood all the way up the.
No.
I mean, but what if we need it?
It's-
Oh, right. We're going against Paola. Let me put on this vest that I got.
Oh yeah, Sylvia's got her leather. She kind of looks like Sylvia, or sorry, like Paola. Not as cool.
Right.
Got the leather jacket and jeans to match or whatever.
Nice. I mean,
Des, can we swing by the house before heading up there? Or the
Oh,
apartment?
Star. I assumed we were doing that. I would not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't have had the book with me either, so we would have had this one.
Right.
Back
Okay,
up
perfect. So we swing by.
At Bogey's shop.
yeah. I mean, I assume you all are going into town to grab whatever you need to grab.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, perfect. Okay. So I mean, yeah, it's going to probably be like early afternoon when you actually get up to the mountain after grabbing all the things that you got to get, getting back to Colorado Springs, grabbing everything you got to get, then getting out to a trailhead in order to go up to Ormy's Peak. So let's call it 2 in the afternoon. Got to grab some lunch, dude.
So wait,
Yeah.
Bogey, how long is it gonna take us to get up there?
To get up the mountain,
Yeah.
like hiking the trail.
Yeah.
Like there's a trail that goes right up it. I don't usually I haven't done the trail in a long time. I usually just go there to solve problems, like going up to the top.
Right.
Yeah.
But like,
It's
if
like
we're gonna
a
get stuck
mile-
out there in the middle,
a
we're gonna
mile
get stuck out
out.
there in the middle of the night.
Hmm?
We're gonna get
No,
stuck out there in the middle.
It's not far from the trailhead. Like once you get to finding the trailhead's the hard part, and then like going up, it's just a steep. It's a steep climb, but like it's a trail. Like
Being really.
Dash clearly knows. He's gone on so many trail.
it's a mile. So like half an hour
All right.
tops. Is that all right? Like I usually start earlier, but we're fine.
Right. It's more about
like,
don't want to be out there in the middle of the night. Type
should we
thing.
bring some camping stuff then? Like, you wanna go camping?
No.
All
mean,
right.
It's just a mile. We can get back here if we need to
Yeah.
round.
All right.
All right. So yeah, it's about 1 in the afternoon. You're getting there, and yeah, it's probably. I mean, even with those that are less proficient in trail, yeah, it's probably only going to take you probably about an hour if you're just taking the trail up. If some people are going a little slower, and Hannah might go a little slower, she feels like it. You don't need to, but it might be like I just don't.
Yeah, I
Whether
don't-
it's teenager or like you're sore, even though it's not affecting you, but like you're just generally sore. And then Desh probably going to take an hour just to like. You don't want to overdo it.
I mean, I've gotten a little more athletic in the last few
You have
weeks.
gotten more.
Yeah,
I mean,
I put on a
if
little little.
if you want,
stamina
you all can breeze through this and be up there by 1:30. So between
No,
1:30
I
and
said,
2.
hold on now. I said a little bit. I mean, let's not get carried away, okay? I mean, all right, it's working on it. But I will say, as we were like, so we're heading up. I'll say, so I feel like this. I don't know. I get this kind of pull from this quartz necklace she gave us.
Yeah.
It's
What does it feel like?
well, it's not malicious. It's not like it's trying to hurt me or anything. But it is like pulling. I mean, not pulling, but I don't know. As a
You feel a force from it.
Yeah, go with it, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I am. But I don't know if like we might have to go a little bit slower. I mean, I don't know where it's going to lead us, right?
Oh, we know who it's going to lead us to.
Yeah, just take it
That's
slow.
That's the point. But I mean, like if we get up here and then, well, if there's multiple ways to go.
Right. So you want to get to the summit first and then go with the amulet, or like you want to just start following it now?
Well, I'm just letting you know, so in case I like stop or I say, "Hey, we should go left" or something, then
No, Dash, just take the lead. Let's.
Yeah. We
I
could
still think Bogey should take the lead.
well, if
No,
I'm taking lead, we're getting that summit, right?
Well, let's
Like,
start
what-
heading that way, and then let's see
As
what
long
happens.
as we're here, we might as well get up there, and then
Agreed. So let's just start going that way, and then we'll see
Alright.
where
And
it
the
goes.
pole might get, feel what that pole does if it
Yeah.
changes or
let's
Get
let's
stronger?
get the summit and see if it pulls different ways at different ways, parts of the path, and then like evaluate. Yeah.
All right.
but like take it slow as we get close. We don't want to walk right up on her without a
Yeah. That was yeah.
So Johnny, what are you doing, or if at all, with the amulet as you all are starting to head up the mountain?
Wearing it.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so just putting it around your neck.
I mean, it's around, yeah, and I mean, I don't really know what else to do with it, so I mean, I'll take a page out of Sylvia's book. I saw it in a movie one time. I grab hold of it at some point and, see if I feel anything from it.
So yeah, you're starting to, let's say you all get about halfway up the trail before you put a hand on it. It's just kind of been bopping around, on your
Right.
chest because you're walking. When you wrap your hand around it, you still kind of go for a few steps, and you're not really processing. And then you feel like it's not moving. I mean, it can't be moving, but like it feels almost kind of like a wiggle, not a wiggle. It's strange. Like it. Okay, so maybe it's moving a little bit in your hands. Yeah, you let go. Because like, oh my God.
And I stop walking all at once, and I do that.
Yeah. And so I don't know what
Did
a
you feel
marching order
something,
of
Dash?
whoever's behind him.
I've been paying attention to him. Did you feel something?
That was strange. Hang on.
You put your hand
Maybe
back
close
around
your
it.
eyes. Close your eyes and maybe you'll feel it better.
Do you?
God, that is so stupid.
Okay. Yeah. You close your eyes and taking out that sense and really just feeling you can feel as if like the tip of the crystal is trying to pull one way. And so yeah, you can kind of get a sense like if maybe it's kind of pulling off that way, and it's a little bit off the trail, still heading up, but off the trail.
That way. I still got my eyes closed. I'm like, that way.
Whoa.
And it's not so steep or so overgrown you can't go that way. Obviously there's a little bit more underbrush and everything to get through, but yeah, you could head that way.
How close are we to the top, Bogey?
Halfway.
We're about halfway.
Does this go straight to the top this way, or is this going slightly differently? Or like,
What do you mean, like his crystal?
yeah, like does that direction take us back near the path, or is that not the way that like?
No, the path doesn't it doesn't wind, like it just goes up, like they didn't, it's just an up and back, like there's no contour in here. Like it's not going around the side or anything. It's not like we'd pick it up again if we
Are
wanted.
there like any tracks or anything?
Say again?
I ask, but I'm looking. Are there like any tracks or footprints or anything?
I don't think the Paola does that.
I mean, anybody who's interested, feel free to make a survival, survival plus cunning.
I would love to.
I know you'd certainly love to.
Yes.
I mean, I looked. I'll certainly roll.
Survival. Uh-oh. What
Plus
are we
cunning.
surviving?
The trail.
Oh,
No, Johnny had asked, like, do we see any tracks in the direction that the crystal seems to be pulling him?
oh, Carter does.
I can't get 6, but I'm gonna roll anyway.
You could.
You could.
Oh, that's true. I could.
Tens are worth 2.
Oh, whoa.
You get 10.
Oh,
Pretty good. It's pretty good on 5 dice.
Now, are you helping Carter?
I mean, honestly, in that moment, I was just looking at the ground, going, "Are there any tracks?"
So no.
So, yeah.
Anybody else jumping in?
You can explain to Carter how to track.
I don't think that's how that worked.
So yeah, looking for tracks. Carter, you obviously recognize some animal tracks, but nothing human. And Desh, you definitely see tracks. Carter, you probably could identify maybe a number of the animals. Desh, I mean, you know there's some animal tracks, but it doesn't seem like there's any human tracks. And Hannah, similar to Carter. You probably haven't done as much tracking of animals, but like you at least know there's no human prints, and that's probably some type of like canine of some sort, and that's definitely got to be like a deer or something, right? And so you can start to, you might not know the specific animal like Carter might, but I mean, it's going to be this type of animal or that type of animal. But no human tracks that are clear in that direction or in this area, other than the trail, and maybe a few little spots off where somebody maybe stepped off to pee.
These tracks over here.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I think we're on definitely.
I mean, that's a deer right there. That's rabbit, squirrel. I mean, pretty much everything you'd find up here.
Oh,
But it's like a game trail. Like
well,
Nah, just animals going across this way, and some are cutting across. Just path of least resistance.
maybe that's how she covers her tracks.
She's
There's
an
animals running behind her, masking her trail.
she's a Disney princess.
She just uses the squirrel like a broom.
She turns into a deer.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool one.
Animagus.
Yeah, right. That's like James. Just all right, never mind. But yeah, Desh, why lead the way, man?
Yeah, you start heading off. I mean, it's not like clearly pointing in
Right.
it's a general like that direction, so you can start heading that direction. Presumably you do. And so yeah, you're going, and I mean, I assume at some point you do another feel and
works.
So we're
Kinda
going
get-
off trail now?
say again, Mike.
Are we going off trail or are we just continuing on?
You
I
are
was
going off trail.
encouraging off trail.
Yeah, it is off trail. Still heading up towards the direction of the peak, like you're still ascending, but it is off trail.
Gotcha.
And you keep going, and you'll walk for a couple of minutes, and Desh will take a moment and feel, okay, this way, and it kind of narrows down. And you continue going, and you get to a spot and actually, Bogey, you actually would recognize this as one of the places where you've solved problems before. It's actually a pretty nice little, maybe like 20-30 foot vertical to climb. And Desh, like it's no longer pulling in any direction.
All right, stop.
Yeah.
I think it's broken.
Is it like up or down or?
It's not. I don't feel anything. Might mean we're here.
You look around, like there's down, and you could like kind of go around this to go up, and like there's up. And you're here, whatever here is.
Carter just walks forward and just kind of like touches the wall just to kind of like feel like how much grip is there, like if we wanted to go vertical.
Oh yeah. There's enough grip there that you could boulder your way up. 20, 30 feet. It's depending on how good you are at bouldering, but otherwise, yeah, there's enough grip that someone with some experience could probably boulder up. Obviously, anybody could belay up with someone to belay them.
I can lead climb, but like I didn't bring pads, so we're not bouldering. Not safe. Like you twist your knee up here, it's a long way back down the hill. But I can lead climb. You guys can
go
climb
around.
behind.
You just
And
I don't know
they're
how
kind of they're less steep, but yeah, there are ways around and up.
Or we could just
Can we just go
climb up
around?
it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
If you guys want to go around and Bogey and I'll meet you at the top.
Climb right now.
Solid.
Yeah, I'll walk
Yes,
with him.
Oh. Yeah, y'all, you two go up. We'll go around.
And that way we don't miss anything.
That's right. We won't miss
Okay.
anything.
So yeah, so Bogey and Sylvia, you two start, getting some gear out and gear ready. Desh, Hannah, and Carter, what are you doing?
Follow the aim.
I think the idea was to go around and go up.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, you start heading up that way, and probably 100 feet up. Desh, you suddenly notice that the amulet's a little heavier, like it's pulling you down. You put your hand on it, and it's not pointing in a direction, like it's pointing
Down.
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 What?
Down. Down.
We have to go down?
Do
Yeah.
you wanna say it, or do you want me to say it, Dash?
I guess you say it.
All right. We gotta go into the earth, man.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I didn't really want to say that at all.
I know, but that's what your crystal's doing, right?
Man, didn't we do this one time?
Yeah, and I got ate by a wolf.
Yeah, you
2
did.
wolves.
Yeah.
I really wish it wasn't doing.
Me too. All right.
Well, do we follow them, or do we try to catch them before they get to the top? I mean, Bogey's a pretty quick climber.
Maybe just let him go,
He's probably already.
so we don't have to like hear about it.
Sure, but it's been
Yeah.
like 30, 45 seconds since you
Yeah.
all split up.
Hannah, he's really good at this kind of stuff, though.
But he's just gonna talk about like it's not gonna stop for the rest of the
That's
time
right.
we're up here. It's not gonna stop.
You're right. You're right. You're not wrong at all.
Let's get him.
But we need him.
So how far has Bogey got up the wall?
So you all head back down.
Yeah, we go back.
No, they were still just getting gear out and getting gear ready. Like he's in his harness, but still getting the rope out, checking it, making sure it's ready to go, and what have you. But so like a minute or two later, Sylvia and Bogey, these three come back.
Yeah?
Got it.
You
We gotta
got
go
it?
down. We gotta go down.
Down? Like, where? Like, did you just get too high?
The crystal was pointing down.
I look at Carter. Just shake my head.
The crystal was pointing down. We don't know if that meant
Like,
back
does that
down to
just mean
here
that- Yeah, like,
or into the earth.
Whoa, you think there's like caves here? I don't think there's caves here. Like I've never seen a cave here, but like if there is, like, ah,
Yep. And I just turn and look at Hannah and just slowly nod and go, "Yep."
but
And
like,
actually, good point. Actually, Mike, that was perfect. You haven't seen caves around this specific. Like you've been up here, you've been climbing, you've looked for caves in this area. You haven't found caves in this area. But if there's a down, you don't know of it from here.
does it feel like down now? Like, what if you were where
No,
you
it
were
stopped
supposed
moving
to
again.
be when you were here, and then you weren't where you were supposed to be when you were there, and it's just saying that you got too high, you know? Like,
Yeah,
She
it's
said
not
this would.
moving at all.
She said this would lead us to her, right? Is she hiding?
Close.
so like, let's just contour around and see what happens.
There,
Like, if we contour around and then it brings us back to here, then we know it's here. But if we contour around and then there's a cave,
right. Is there a secret base somewhere?
yeah.
So, Suf, you said that there's two sides that we could have gone up, right? Like one
Yeah.
and then two.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the opposite side that we didn't go up and just kind of about the same height that we got up and just kind of look around and see if I see anything.
No, I mean it's not too different from the other side, right? You're heading up some trees. It goes up. You know, it's a little bit of a more difficult climb, but certainly less difficult than the vertical that Sylvia and Bogey were looking to do. But no, I mean nothing stands out, and certainly nothing that would seem to suggest like a hollow that you could go into.
Right.
And that's carrying over from your survival check.
Yeah. Okay. Then I just go back and go, looks the exact same over there, Dash. I don't know if you want to walk up a little bit and see if it does the same thing or not, but looks the same.
No, yeah. I'll do the same thing.
You do the same thing. You go about 100, and you pause and you feel it, and because it starts to feel heavy again, and you feel it, and like, yeah, I mean, it's not pulling down exactly, but it's heavier.
Heavier. I'm gonna go up a little further.
Okay, you keep going up. The feeling doesn't intensify. It just still feels that weight to it, as if it could point down any more than it already is, because like it's on your neck,
Right.
it would be pointing down. So yeah, no magnitude to the feeling, just that feeling of weight, of downness.
So is it like we're up on like almost like a cliff, or we're
You're heading up
We'd be-
towards.
if
What
I
would
got
be
to
the
the
cliff?
top, I'd be on a cliff looking over them.
Yeah.
Come back down then. Look, is it possible there's like I'm kind of pointing to the cliff they're about to climb. Is there a? I mean, it seems to say it's under. Like I feel like down from there.
Does it
But
feel
it's
like
here.
down now?
No.
All right. So what if you just contour over like that way?
What's that way?
You mean just like
That way.
Yeah, just keep walking at the same elevation or on the side of the hill.
So just kind of away, but not up or down.
oh okay. So like circle the okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
So yeah,
start doing
you
that.
start walking away, trying to keep the same level as everybody else, and again, you get maybe 50 feet. And it doesn't feel heavy. You feel it. You've gotten more used to it. You feel it moving, and it's pressing against you lightly. As you turn around, that feeling points you back towards everyone else.
Come back and relay.
Doesn't seem like we like need to go in the earth or anything, but like we're where we need to be. So like, what's
I'm
here?
gonna start feeling
Gotta be
around the
something
cliff
here.
walls.
We need to see it.
You're
Like,
feeling- these
see
are
it.
walls. I mean, this is solid rock.
What did she say? She says she like hangs out here. Like, what's here to hang out for? Like, there's got to be some sort of like shelter or something. Like where she stays. You don't just hang out in a random spot on the side of a hill, mountain.
No, you don't.
Got to be something here that we're missing.
Sylvia, go ahead and roll cunning plus
She's
occult.
invisible. Hiding.
Cunning plus occult. I'm gonna encourage Dash to whatever I was thinking about doing. I'm gonna encourage Dash to do it as well because he's got the thing. So, Dash, try and like open your mind up to the thing. Like, you know, get weird with it. Like, let it speak to you, man. Not naturally.
The amulet?
Yeah. Just
All right. What am I rolling?
4.
Cunning and occult.
I don't know if he can, but
Yeah, you can. Well,
Yeah. I was.
go ahead and take a momentum.
Oh, do I even need to roll then?
You can roll for yourself. Yeah. So you know, Sylvia says that, like, you know, open your mind to it, and you reflect back, like you had said, and you felt it, right? Like something was pulling on you from this crystal. So like maybe you can, but you had gotten that feeling that you didn't have what it was looking for, which is weird because it's a crystal and it doesn't want anything because it's a rock. But still, it was trying to pull from something in you that you just don't seem to have. Maybe, I don't, you know, if there's something you can do with that, maybe you can get it to do whatever it's supposed to do.
I don't. Maybe I'm not actually not supposed to be wearing this. Maybe it's one of you. Maybe it's you, Sylvia.
what do you mean?
Well, like it's got like it seems to. I don't know. It's weird. Here, try it.
I try and
Yeah, you put it on and it feels like there's a rock on you, and
It seems to want something, but I don't think I can give it to it.
and so you.
And I think it needs something.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
murmuring.
And so yeah, you take a few moments to like try to feel that, and it's weird, but eventually, I mean, it'll be a few minutes as it goes by, and some more conversation might happen as it goes. But you do get that same kind of feeling. It wants something, and it's trying to pull on something within you that doesn't seem to be there.
I see what you're saying, Dash. I don't know that it's me. Do you guys want to try? Take it off. Bogey, Hannah, Carter.
Yeah.
I mean, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Crazier things have happened, right?
Carter puts it on, a couple minutes, getting used to it, and just the same kind of thing. Pulling, but you don't have whatever it's looking for.
And on the crazy train.
Yes. Magic crystal.
Anna?
Let's go.
You put on the crazy crystal, and it's like, what are they talking about? This is weird. This is super weird.
Yeah.
But after a couple of minutes, you get that same kind of feeling. It's pulling, but it's just not there. Like whatever it's trying to pull for and grab for, it doesn't seem to be there.
I don't think this is.
I have no doubt Bogey puts it on and feels it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Same thing. He'll report that same kind of pulling, but it doesn't. Whatever it's looking for doesn't seem to be there.
This is going to sound really odd.
Well, it's all right. Go ahead.
Okay. What if you or Sylvia put the crystal on and Bogey sends you to the river?
Cool.
There was like in here.
I have no idea. I don't know how this thing works. I just am going off of what I saw when I was at the river, which is, yeah, I don't know. I just, crazy thought.
Does it won't?
Is it still the same red color, Suf?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. So it doesn't need more blood.
Wants blood. Give us your
Spill it
blood.
all.
It doesn't want.
Need someone's blood.
That's be it.
Everybody put some blood on there. See what happens.
Well, I don't think everybody has to. I mean,
Everybody just cuts their hands and
I
grabs.
can't remember if you brought the goat blood, but maybe
What
it
if-
needs the wearer's blood, or
Maybe, yeah, maybe we can't find it unless. I mean,
Can you touch
nothing
the
is-
rock with it, or
can you what?
I don't know, like just walk up and touch the monolith in front of the cliff face. Sorry, not monolith, the cliff face. Just walk up and
Yeah, Johnny Kadesh, you walk up and you touch it, and actually, the very first moment you touch it, that pull feels stronger, but it still can't seem to get what it needs. But yeah, at the moment you touch the crystal to the rock face, and then you pull back. So, well, I don't have it. Don't take it from me. Yeah, that pull was stronger.
that was a stronger feel.
So it wants like something in there.
It wants to be in there, but it needs something from.
Inside there.
It's rock.
Like what's inside this?
It's the
Oh.
secret entrance to her hideout.
So
Bat cave.
is it a rock? Like,
Should we go all the way to the top and explore the whole dang thing?
No, I think this is it. I think we just got to give it
so.
what it needs.
What does it need though?
Try the blood thing.
Definitely
He
blood.
goes down for the blood thing.
It's terrible.
I mean, just a little, like,
Yeah, just a
Little-
drop or two.
Pinprick.
I mean, I got a needle in here somewhere. If you know, I'm not saying I'm not gonna.
Dash, come here. I got a needle.
It's just you know.
I can make you bleed.
no one makes me bleed my own blood.
The floor.
But what if that messes it up though?
yeah, right now.
What if this is leading us to her, and then if we put our blood on it, now it's going to lead us to us?
Well, it was her goat blood.
Did her blood get on it?
No,
'Cause
it
it
was,
wasn't.
Oh, that's true. It was goat blood. You're right.
It wasn't. Yeah, that
it was
was
her goat blood.
So we need.
It's
Bogey,
her goat's blood.
Bogey, you've got your harness on. Do you want to just take this thing up the mountain and just see what happens?
Oh,
sure.
before you do that, send me to the river.
Send you to the river. Like, all right. Like, and Bogey goes to try, and nothing happens.
Didn't work.
Well, then I'm fresh out of ideas.
I can't go to the river today.
No.
Why not?
Oh.
And
don't have
like, I just felt like we were so aggressive. Like, we need to just be less aggressive. Like,
Aggressive. I
I
just
can,
want a cool trick.
it's, I was feeling like aggressive. I could do that. And I just, after the Minotaur, like, no.
No.
You know,
Not
like,
feeling it today.
I've never
Fine.
hit
Here.
something with the intention of violence before, and no, like, I'm not.
And Dash, who you handing it
It
off
wasn't
to?
violence. You were just. I'm handing the necklace to Bogey. It wasn't violent. You were just sending me to the river.
No, but like, I hit it with a hammer in the knee. That was violent. And like, my feeling leading toward that, like, we're gonna bend fate around this animal and that I could send people to the river, like, that was violent.
Okay.
We're close. Let's stick with it. So you going up, climbing up, and seeing if
Yeah,
the
sure.
hole's different, stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give me a minute.
Yeah, I mean, you can get the lead rope all set up and start climbing, and you start climbing. Question: do you have the pendant tucked in, or is it just loose?
It'd be like tangled up with his other pendant that he has on.
Okay. At some point, you're climbing up, and it's probably not too far before it occurs that same kind of thing Desh described. As soon as the stone touched the rock, that pull from within suddenly becomes a lot stronger. But again, you don't have whatever it is that the stone is seeking.
The stone is seeking Paola.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. Yeah. The quartz.
So, like, we don't have what it's seeking because we haven't found her. Or does it seem like something apart from that?
It seems like something apart from that. Like it's not like because that would be crazy, right? Like, hey, I gave you a magic thing that helps you find Paola as long as you find her, right? And so you process that and go, Naomi doesn't seem like a complete douchebag or otherwise incompetent. Like she probably didn't provide you something you need to have to find the thing. So no, it seems very related to as the conversation's been going, like this stone, right? Like this rock face. Like the quartz is trying to pull on something and somehow relate to the rock face.
I'm gonna look around on the rock face as I'm climbing around on it and see if there's a quartz vein or something.
Yeah, you climb around. I don't know Colorado geology well enough. I don't know, Mike, if you could tell me if there would be, but let's say yes, there is.
I couldn't even find out what kind of rock we were climbing on. I was looking around for it, and
Definitely a solid one, though.
yep.
Let's pretend, and if it's not true, then it's true in this one specific spot in Colorado. Yeah, you can find a small quartz, not like whole vein, but like, oh yeah, there's a piece of quartz in this rock.
All right, I'll touch it to that.
Nothing. So yeah, you end up having to go up, about you're probably up about 10-15 feet, and nothing actually. You're not even getting that pull.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's just very neutral right here?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, it's very neutral right there. So yeah, and you touch it against the other quartz, and you're not getting that internal pull.
All right. I'll try to gain some more elevation.
And you get up, you're probably maybe 5 feet from the top, and it gets a little heavy.
Got 5 feet from the top. So I got
About-
up there.
You got up probably a good 20, 25 feet. And so not far from the top, it starts to get heavy again, as if pulling down.
All right. So I look down from where I am. Does anything look remarkable?
Dash is reading a ritual book. That's
Yeah, I mean, Dash is sitting, I assume, like sitting on the ground or maybe standing,
Just sitting on
reading
the
the ritual.
ground.
It's kind of remarkable.
Sylvia's trying to help him.
Yeah, read the ritual book.
He's trying to, like, he's thinking about that cow that was a minotaur, but we just didn't see it because we weren't looking. And so he's trying to look at the ground and the rock face like he's looking at it. And like he's not just trying to see the ground and the rock face.
Okay, I was just checking a few things. Go ahead and roll occult and resolve. And you'll add a +1 enhancement. Kind of from a combination of things that don't quite add up to, like, by themselves, I probably wouldn't say is a +1 enhancement, but like your leadership and your athletics specializations kind of combine towards giving you a +1 enhancement on this roll.
Neat. Here goes nothing. I rolled
Yep.
dice.
You're right.
That was nothing.
Yep. That was
Exactly. Nothing.
Okay,
You're exactly right.
go ahead and take a momentum.
All right.
Oh
I
man.
think back to Dash. That's the only guy rolling dice.
So you obviously you don't see anything remarkable. Dash is definitely reading a book. Yeah, no, it's not remarkable at all. Sorry,
That's fine.
but you got a momentum, so that's good.
I did. Except I'm confused because it says momentum added earlier.
It's
says
not adding up correctly.
Total
Yeah, 'cause
momentum's 4.
Should
It
not
should be at
5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be 6 now.
Oh, or it was at 3 and then got 4. And so it does say 5. I don't know why it doesn't say 5 there. It does say 5, like in the momentum pool.
I just went in and
character sheet.
changed. I just went in and changed it, Suf. That's why
that
I
would
was
be
trying
why.
to see what's going on.
That
Yeah.
would be why. There we go. But yeah, it should be 5 because it was 3 when we started the game today.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna climb up to the top.
It's nice
And
up here.
Stand up there and walk around and see
They'll
if
just
there's
await.
anything to see up there.
Yeah, and looking around and walking around up there. You're not. I mean, if I assume we're looking for some type of entrance.
Yeah.
Not seeing anything that you feel like would be an entrance. And again, that crystal has a weight to it.
All right, I'll walk down.
And Bogey comes back around.
So I'm trying to use my knack, Suf, which is
Okay.
office hours.
Okay.
When someone approaches you with a problem that you can solve, they gain 1+1 enhancement to resolve it themselves if you work them through a solution. So I don't know if that applies, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do with Dash. Like,
So that's going to be difficult.
right.
So-
if it's not possible, that's fine. But that's just to
No,
let you know.
what I would say is
It says if I can't solve it, I gain the same bonus.
to try and solve
All
it.
rules to solve it on your own.
Got it. So
they-
like right now the problem is reading it.
Yeah.
Which you can't do, so you can't solve. And you could get a +1 enhancement to read it. Don't know what it's going to do for you. But that certainly could apply to if a ritual is found and Desh started to describe it,
Mhm.
you could be a part of that solution to help. Like, yeah, you know some
Yep.
occult, and you've studied some occult, not just in movies, and of course also in movies. And so yeah, I think that would definitely apply there to be able to help in either a +1 enhancement for you to do a ritual that comes out of that book, or to help Desh do that ritual. Johnny, we're going to do a fate roll for the little bit of time that we're getting here of flipping through and trying to comprehend and understand and find something useful. So it'll be occult and intellect, trying to parse out and find a piece of information.
Should I use some of this groovy momentum we've acquired tonight?
Go for it.
Yeah, what's the point in rolling poorly if you can't use it?
How much of this momentum should I use?
Yeah.
Never.
You got 5. You're gonna have to round that up or down.
I'll use 2.
Okay.
All right. See what I can get on 8 dice here. I don't think the fate is working really well in my favor tonight.
Although, let me look at your. I'd still say you get the +1 enhancement from your persuasion. I know it's related, right? Like it's. I'm not going to have that just apply to like conversational. I'd say that applies to everything in that field. So you're flipping through, and about the time that bogey is getting back down, you're not finding anything that seems pertinent to the situation, right? Like necessarily like, oh, great, this ritual will make it work. But as you're flipping through, like you're focusing on types of power, right? Because it's a part of it, right? It's clearly trying to draw on something that you don't have. And the book often describes the type of power that is required to make a ritual work. Sometimes it comes from the inner self. Sometimes it's a sacrifice. Sometimes it's a group effort type thing. And so you start getting this idea of the types of things that it pulls from. This crystal seems to be trying to pull from the individual holding it, but the individual holding it doesn't seem to have power source that it's looking for. In thinking about some of the rituals that you read prior, so some of the research you'd already done, and trying to think about, okay, well, what were some of the power sources in those? Sometimes they were variable. Like it wasn't just the ritual can only be done this way. Like if you don't have this thing, it won't work. Somewhere like that, they were seemed a bit more powerful. So it might be that it needs a specific thing you don't have. It might be you could try to find a substitute. And I think with 3 successes, I'll leave it there.
Okay. So like, I'm like talking up at Sylvia. So like, I don't know if we have what we need for this. I mean, doesn't like this little talking about power. I mean, I know we can't really. I don't think we have. I don't think any of us has what it's supposed to have, but that doesn't mean that we can't figure out something else to use as a substitute. I don't know what that would be though.
To give the crystal the power to
work
complete the thing.
So I mean, is it like one of our blood? I mean, that would be terrible and stupid. But
what are other options?
That's an easy one to try.
You want me to do it?
Well, I don't want to. It's up to you. I don't know how, yeah, you can try it, but you're comfortable with that. I think that could be it. Could work.
What if it needs a lot of blood though?
But that's not the case, I guess.
Just hope.
I don't know.
All right, can I borrow your sterilized needle?
Yeah,
I hope it's
yeah.
sterilized.
Get out the little med kit, of course, and yeah, open
Hey,
one up.
hey, wait. You're the doctor. You do it. Not in the leg, please.
All right. Well,
Dash, Dash looks away.
medical skills to
Yeah,
draw a little blood and
easy enough, right? Like you've done that 1,000 times, and so yeah, you can draw a little blood, and I assume just squirt it on.
There's definitely a flinch there when you do it.
Yeah, you squirt it with some blood, and it has blood on it. It doesn't seem to be absorbing,
Reassuring, actually.
and so the enough blood that's been able to pool drips off, and some of the blood, of course, just sticks on.
Who has the amulet at this point?
Dash
I
does.
think Dash. Yeah, Dash.
Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry. Yeah, that's presuming that Bogey gave it to Dash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Sorry.
So yeah, it's not a little. Maybe it is a lot of blood, but at least maybe it's not blood.
Shoot. Doesn't seem like it's working.
Do I feel anything from it? That's different.
Does
No,
it
I
feel
mean,
like
it
it's
looks wet.
getting what it wants?
What if we both hold it at the same time? Do you think that would help?
Grab hold.
All right. He grabs onto the necklace.
Are you doing anything with it?
Touch it to the stone wall.
Perfect. So you touch to the stone wall, and you both feel, you don't this separately, but you both feel the pull coming from inside you, and not finding what it's looking for. But you've both experienced it before, and it feels like it's looking for less than it was before. You still don't have it, but it's looking for less of it.
Maybe
Sylvia,
More
get over here.
more blood.
Just a pint or two.
Like, dude, this
That's
this
the
is
only thing
good.
that's changed, right? Is the blood. So it must
Yep.
be more blood.
Yeah, it needs more blood.
Like,
We're gonna have
this
to
is
feed
all-
someone
this
to
is
it.
gonna take all of
Yeah.
it.
What if we all grab hold?
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's like one of
Voltron
those
away.
group things? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Get in there and get a grip.
Hey, how big is this thing?
It's the the necklace.
Yeah,
Get in
Okay.
cozy. Come on, Ian.
So we
right.
can
There's
touch
going to be hands on top of
anywhere
hands,
on the
but
necklace.
right.
We're all like squeezing against the wall, like.
Yeah, you don't know
Right.
whether you need to touch the stone or not. I don't know, but yeah. So all five of you are touching the necklace and touching
Come on,
the
Kenny.
stone.
You
to
gotta
the
get your
necklace.
hands around it. It's not
I
gonna
have
work
to
if you just hold on to the
grab
necklace.
everybody.
I don't know if I'd use your hurt shoulder though.
It's feeling better now.
Okay.
We might get yoinked in, man. Girl.
Man, girl.
So you touch the stone to the wall, all
Yeah.
of you together, and you all feel that pull. It's still not feeling like it's getting what it wants, but it pulls a little bit of something from each of you. We'll get to what that is in a second. Pulls a little bit of something from each of you, and as it does, the wall seems to shift. You don't really know how to describe it. It doesn't crumble away. It doesn't just suddenly disappear, but it seems to shift as if you're suddenly seeing and realizing what's in front of you, which is nothing. Like, despite the fact that Bogey clearly just climbed this, and you all saw him climb it, there's nothing there, and this opens up into the earth, and then that kind of weird sense goes away, and it's just gone. Like it was there, and now it's just a cavern opening.
Whoa.
So each of you take a bruised condition of spiritual exhaustion. Hannah, for so normally, yeah, no, don't worry, it's not as bad as it seems. So normally, if you would receive something and you can't, it elevates.
Yeah.
For the purposes of this, don't take an injured.
Okay.
Add a temporary bruised, so add another bruised level and put that spiritual exhaustion. When it goes away, that bruised level will go away.
Okay.
So it's not like you have an extra box. It's just for this purposes, you have an extra bruised, and it is spiritual exhaustion.
Whoa.
I don't think I
Like
can
you
fit that.
physically, you feel fine. Mentally, you feel fine. Spirit, even if you don't believe in the spiritual, you have
Which
that.
we all do.
Which I mean, clearly, but you have that kind of feeling like your soul is tired. You don't know how to describe it exactly. It's not going to affect you physically. It's not going to affect you mentally. It could affect you in other ways should it come up. But the way is open.
Man, that's weird.
Just wanted to like nibble on our souls a little.
You feel that too?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. I don't like
Nice.
it.
It feels heavy, but not in the way like the necklace feels heavy. This is just a heavy feeling.
I don't know. I feel lighter, like some of my soul got eaten.
How much does a soul weigh?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but it's less of it now, so
Yeah.
I guess I don't need to worry about it.
I hope that's not permanent. Price of progress, I guess.
Progress, huh?
Well, Paul's not there.
So we go in.
Let's go get our asses kicked by Paola.
All right, Boogie, you're up.
All right, like I didn't bring caving gear with us though. Like that's still down in the truck.
I mean, this is her home. I bet she just got like away.
All right, you guys have hiking boots on, so I guess that's good. Did anybody bring the composite boots?
Super.
I brought hiking boots that fit
Yeah, I
you.
didn't.
He's just wearing like Converse.
Yeah.
I mean, Converse are good for hiking. They're good for everything. They're all purpose. Yeah. Fine.
And no purpose.
All right. Well, then Carter pulls out his pistol, kicks the light on the side of it, and goes, "I guess I'll have point."
Okay. Do we have any other light sources that we're using?
Bogey's got flashlights. He's got he has a headlamp. He has headlamps.
Yeah, kind of like
Headlamps on that aren't attached to guns.
Okay, fine. So I turned the light off, put the gun away, and then put the headlamp on.
so we got headlamps for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been a lot nicer to know before I pulled out the weapon.
Well,
I don't. You should put it away.
Yeah.
I got this duffel bag of
You
climbing
still be
stuff.
holding their taser.
Like if we're out too late, because like Jeff was worried about being out too late, so then I just put some headlamps in the bag.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Bogey takes off his climbing shoes and puts on his composite toed hiking boots.
Perfect, because that'll give me time to do what I need to do for your lighting.
Transition.
Transition.
I'll be back while you do that.
And so what was the marching order roughly? There's enough room for probably 2 abreast. But
I'd assume
how are you on it?
Carter and Bogey up front.
All right.
I'll go next.
You can either be Dash can be in the mid or in the back. His
Yeah, what do you think? Oh, we'll put him in the middle. It's safer.
Yeah, Dash goes wherever it's safest.
Let's be honest. Yeah, that's probably wise. And we'll wait for him to get back.
Does the like as we step through here, does it look like there's still nothing behind us when we go across the threshold?
Correct. Yeah, it is an opening.
We like close that?
I wonder if anybody else comes here if they would see a rock or a cave.
right now.
Yeah, like right now. If somebody else came here, would they see a rock or a cave? Because I've never seen a cave here.
Hang on a second. Sylvia. Anna steps out cave and FaceTimes Sylvia.
Yeah.
And then just sets her phone down. Cave mouth. Or the opening that we.
Yeah. Well, and so yeah, well, and even you, I mean, because it's FaceTime, like you can see the picture as well. You just reverse it. You Hannah are looking at it, and you see an opening.
Yep.
And you look at the screen, and it's sheer rock, not sheer rock, but it is rock. And Sylvia, in the FaceTime, you see rock.
Oh,
rather than you on you where you should be in the opening.
I'm gonna stick my hand like in the camera shot.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. It like your hand is just going through air. The camera hand is disappearing into rock.
Huh.
that's nuts. You see this? I showed Dash. Hannah's FaceTiming me from outside, and our cameras still see the rock face, but we don't.
Whoa.
And she's like putting her hand into the rock.
Wow. A lot of magic going on here.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy. So they decided the marching order was Carter and Bogey together, Hannah and Sylvia together, and we figured you would either want to be in the middle or the back. We didn't know which one.
Well, nothing ever bad happens in the back, so I'll be in the back.
Okay. All right, that's easy to switch. All right.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Let's move over.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, as you're walking in, you walk in for a little bit, so it's dark behind you, and you do see a faint light in front of you. And as you get closer with your headlamps are, as you can see on the screen. If you look a little bit more right than where you are, your headlamps are not quite at the edge of that light that you're seeing, and it's a flickering light as if from a fire. And you take a moment to listen, and it's a cavernous area. You can hear a fire somewhere up ahead. And do feel free to move yourselves to a point. If you reach the edge of that light, pause. But otherwise, do feel free to rotate yourselves around where you are as well, and look around and what have you.
That's so cool.
So is this the whole place light for all of you?
Oh, can you not see anything?
I mean, I can see the whole thing.
Oh,
Josh doing it
Yeah,
again.
My superpowers I get to see
Man.
the whole map.
How while he's doing that, how do you rotate?
How are you
grab-
doing that?
grab
Because
grab the
like when I
thing
do
and
Control
rotate.
L on you, you have limited view.
Little
Oh.
square.
I see everything. I
All
don't
right,
know.
well you see everything.
I had I had the same problem.
Go into his go in and see what permission, like go into the character and actually
Yeah.
see what permissions he has.
Don't take my permissions away.
Gonna take away all your permissions now.
Like who can access him? Is it you and him?
Let me see. No, it just says can be edited by him,
Interesting.
right? It's probably because he's streaming, and so everyone needs to be able
Yep.
to see through the stream.
Exactly.
That's
It
what
knows
I
that
had
I'm
always
streaming.
assumed too.
I mean, I'm not that worried about it.
But he doesn't
You
get to see
obviously-
the cool flashlights. It's like
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo here, man.
Ah,
I believe that it looks really cool.
We're all spinning our flashlights around,
Yeah.
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 totally creeped out.
It's because I didn't put on one of those headlamps. That's why I can.
There you go.
But
Yeah,
you
the
didn't put
headlamp
on
made
a
it
lamp either.
hard to
don't
see.
wear one of those.
I don't know. You have all the same settings as everyone else.
that
They
is
don't-
exactly what I found
Settings
too.
don't
Uh-huh.
apply to me.
They don't apply to you. Only saves. If you have to save against something, that applies to you. Otherwise,
Yep. Forget it.
rules don't apply.
Bogey gets to hear and stops. Do we see these?
What's these?
Bodies with shields
Yeah,
and
like
things.
corpses.
Oh, on the ground?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And
Like-
let me see what you're seeing. And yeah, like you can see, it doesn't look fresh, but like you can see, bits of blood on the ground.
Oh, this seems good.
Do we hear that?
Hear what?
Oh,
Oh, that somebody might have. I did not make a sound thing. Go.
soundtrack. Okay.
No, sorry, I didn't. I'm not as cool.
I was gonna say that's
Somebody's
We're
playing
hearing that.
creepy sounds.
So Bogey, stop where you are. Everybody, feel free to move up to around where Bogey is, in that general area. If you choose to go up that far before we kind of take a pause
But we die.
and take some things in.
oh
And yeah, Dash, Hannah, Sylvia, feel free to come forward a little bit more to see a little bit more of the room.
I mean,
I would never mind. Hannah, you can be wherever you want, just over in that area.
Oh.
You can see. Okay, yeah, looks like everyone can see. Perfect. So you're walking forward, and we'll pause, kind of cutscene situation. So you're walking forward, and as you're kind of turning that corner, your light meeting into the light of this fire, and you see this fire over here by Paola, and Paola is standing around a brazier on a stone pedestal, muttering something. You can't quite make it out. You can barely even really hear that she's saying something over the crackle of the fire. And there are objects set and laid around the fire, and you can't quite see or make out what they are. You can assume some of the stuff that she's stolen. So as you walk forward, and you're welcome at this point to continue walking forward up to about there. And if you want to say anything or not say anything, you're welcome to. But feel free to get up to about there if you wish.
all right.
Sylvia, charge forward.
It's my hero.
I just love how Hannah is looking the opposite direction.
because she doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all are looking at the
Anything-
back of the cave. I'm looking at this fire down here.
Yeah. Is anything anything said at this point?
Yeah, Bogey will say like we're not able to sneak with headlamps on, so she's got to know we're here.
Like not super effectively, no. Like I mean, obviously there's a fire in front of her, but there are kind of bright lights past the
Yeah.
fire that are now moving in this direction.
Pretty apparent. So she's
Fairly apparent, yeah.
so we don't have like we're not like sneaking up on her. To say,
That's fair to say.
Out of
Paola, hey, like I feel like we're all looking for the same things here. Why are you looking for the things?
And she kind of glances up, still muttering what she's muttering. Seems to take a quick moment to finish, and raises her face to look at you and says, "You don't know what you're doing here. Walk away while you can."
Why don't you tell us what we're doing here then?
Leaving.
I'm not leaving without answers.
And she reaches down to a pouch on her belt and takes it off. She squeezes it in her hand and throws it forward. Yeah, sorry, this was kind of like a cut.
Oh, I know.
Okay, yeah.
This is gonna be like, wait.
I know.
no, throw the
You can keep talking.
Oh,
In a moment. It hits the floor about here, and bones rattle out from it. And over the next few moments, those bones.
Freaking necromancer.
What? No, I don't know. Those bones start to either form together or form around some of the bodies on the ground. And these 6 skeletal figures start getting their way up, pulling up various weapons, a number of them swords, some clubs, and crude shields as they stand. And they're not immediately moving towards you or aggressive, but there clearly now seems to be a little bit of a barrier. And continue talking, but that was what she said and did.
Let me back up again. There we go.
What the? Who are you working for? Why are you
Beyond
doing
your-
this?
It's beyond
Why-
your understanding.
Well, help us understand then.
Not a part of the. This is not a world you wish to be a part of.
We're part of this world.
We've been pulled into this world though. Like help us understand what is happening. We're not here to like cause harm, but like that was aggressive, man. I'm sorry about like barging on your space, because that was like but like you didn't hang out for us to chat earlier, so we needed to find you.
You have a choice to walk away, and she looks over each of you, and then she looks at Hannah, and it would seem one of you already has. So you don't have to be a part of this world. You can escape it.
the blood on the floor and make blood monsters.
That would be awesome. I don't know. What, this blood monster's a thing?
I don't know.
I didn't find
Just
it in the
do what
book.
she did.
We're not there yet, Sylvia. We have a lot of work to do on that.
Usually in the movies, the skeletons are pretty weak, though.
Yeah, we can just like, I don't know, knock them to piles of bones, right?
Why can't we work together?
I doubt you'd be working towards the cause I'm working towards.
So what are you working towards?
What are you trying to make happen?
It's not something I can tell you about until you understand, and it's not something you should want to understand. And she still continues to be seeming to do something back there, essentially ritualistic.
If you want out, maybe we can help you.
Stop her.
I can't get out. I'm already in. You're not in. You can leave.
But just because you're in doesn't mean you have to do the things that you're doing now. Like, I'm sure there are people that would be willing to help you. Like, nobody is gone. And it sounds like you're in a spot. Like, there are paths if you look for them. But, like, we could help you down a path that's better than this. Because this doesn't look like where you want to even be.
This is the path that I'm on, though. This is
There's
the
always
path I'm
another
going to
way.
travel.
So this is where you want to be?
It's where I am.
There's always another way.
Well, then you all should go find it for yourselves.
Let us hear.
Yeah, our path is to you, but like our path isn't through you. So whatever you've gotten into, like you can get out of.
You said there were like things scattered around on the floor, like artifacts and things?
On around the pedestal she's standing in front of, so around the brazier.
So there's clearly different things she's taken.
You holding anything?
Yes. Yeah, she's holding, and you can't quite see it, like she's standing behind the fire, but she clearly has something in her hands, yes. But it's kind of tucked and hidden behind the fire / brazier itself.
Why do you want all these artifacts?
I don't.
And why do you have them?
Because the path I'm walking down, I can't walk away from. Again, you all have a choice.
Well, we kind of don't.
You walk out of this cave, you stop whatever it is you think you're doing, and yes, you do.
We just want to understand the confluence here, like. But you're a part of it.
Seem to have a.
And you seem
Do seem to be linked.
These shift a little bit.
I guess we can leave you if you let us take the stuff.
That I cannot do.
Do I have enough of an angle?
Yeah, you can kind of make it out. It looks to be it looks like it's probably some kind of book. Doesn't look like Hop on Pop, like, but it
Like a.
some kind of book in her hand.
All right.
Is there a good sized rock near me?
Well-
Good chucking rock?
Yeah.
So what
Okay,
harm
it's full of
comes-
rocks.
What harm comes from what you're doing here? Because it doesn't seem like something that doesn't end in someone being harmed.
I wouldn't call it someone.
What would you call it?
She shakes her head and continues.
Bogey's trying to.
Are you
feel like chant.
are you like are you
A little
summoning
bit, yeah.
something? Are you like trying to make something appear? Whatever Hannah's about to do as I'm still
Yeah,
talking. Are you trying to make something appear?
I am trying to. I'm gonna whip out the combat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I just want to knock the book out of her hand.
Okay.
I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to hurt her.
Right.
I just don't think we should let her do whatever evil magic she's doing.
Right.
Probably not.
When I see Hannah pull out the knife, I'm ready to throw a stone at the one between her and, I don't know if she's going to throw the knife. I'm ready to take out
Just
the
whipping it
skeleton
out, yeah.
on the way between us.
Okay. So yes. So Hannah, you can do that. Sylvia, you can get that readied kind of as a
Mm-hmm.
before
I think she's
anything
going to
else
make a
happens.
run for it. I don't think she's going to chuck the knife from here. I don't think I've seen her do that yet.
So Hannah, at this distance, it's going to be cunning plus. Pretty sure there's a thrown ability. It's been a while. There's no thrown ability.
It's athletics, right?
Athletics?
Athletics, yeah, it would be athletics. So cunning plus athletics at this distance. Because of your hand, it's gonna she's gonna get an effective +1 to her defense. Because the +1 makes things more difficult. So you're trying to hit her defense, she'll get a +1 to her defense because of that.
I also
And,
I have a plus.
Perfect. Yes, I mean that. So you'll get that +1 on top of. Everything in this game is pluses. So because you're trying to target something very specific and it's more difficult. I'm going to say there's one more +1 for trying to hit something that you have a view on, but not a clear view. / like you're trying to hit a book rather than just trying to hit a person. You're trying to hit a pretty specific target. Does that make sense?
Yep. How's that? That good?
I mean, it's fine, I guess.
A 9.
No, you used some momentum there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, sorry everybody.
Did
Can I
you
use
use
some momentum?
You used a half
I
of our
did.
two.
There, yeah, that's good. All right,
It
so I mean,
seems
that's
important.
you guys got one left.
Momentum? I got 3 left.
No, because Johnny used 2
No.
earlier.
Oh, did he?
Should be done one.
Oh, okay.
We're
that's
down
fine.
to-
Good luck.
I mean,
We'll get
hey, you're gonna
You
get
got one left.
experience point.
We got one
About
left.
to get some momentum here.
That's
trying to stop the
pretty-
evil ritual, alright?
It's a pretty sick roll too, by the way.
It's not shabby. So let me see. Back to this. Yeah, I guess it is technically. So it's a base of 1 plus 2. She's got 3, and okay. She has an effective 4 off 0 successes, in part because of some of the bonuses you're giving her.
Yeah.
So you're giving her +2. She's getting a different +2. So that is a difference of 4. So you're trying to knock the book out of her hands.
Difference of, if it matters.
Oh, you got a 9.
+1.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So difference of 5. If there's anything else you're trying to do, now you're hitting the book, right? So you're not necessarily hitting her.
Yeah.
If there's anything else you want to do to the book
Yeah.
that fits into a ranged attack.
What do I want to
Extra,
do?
so you could do a critical hit, so you could damage it.
Yeah. Wait, is this... No, this is thrown.
Can you
This
knock
is-
it into the fire?
Oh, sorry, yeah, not ranged, thrown. Thank you.
Probably not from there.
Let's see.
That'd be a hell
Not
of a
probably
throw.
from that direction.
Blind,
Like
blind the
ricochets
book.
back.
Get some English. Get some
Yeah.
English on it.
Yeah, a little English on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could use 4 successes to do essentially additional damage to it, right? So one, you're doing damage to it because you hit it,
Hurt the
right?
book.
You can choose to inflict damage, or you could choose to hit it with a blunt end or what have you. But you could do a critical. You could blind it, but you're pretty confident it's already blinded.
Yeah.
Um,
Knock it prone.
Says you, it's a mimic.
you could knock it prone. So essentially, knock it. We would say in this case, knock it farther out of her hands. Yeah, further, and
Yeah, it
essentially,
says you can spend additional successes to knock the item to short range or disarm.
Yeah, I'll knock it farther.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to destroy it. I just don't want her to have it in her hand.
Okay. Yeah, so the book will it'll go flying like a good 20 feet.
Excellent.
15, 20 feet back in that direction. It'll land right there.
Yeah.
Now we should roll initiative.
Why? What?
Well, actually, Sylvia, there was something you were preparing to do, or you were going to.
Yeah, but what I was expecting didn't happen. So playing
Got it.
D&D rules, the trigger did not. I'm more. Whoa! What the hell, Anna? I thought she was gonna.
No, that seemed bad though. The book.
No. That was in my mind.
Oh.
I'm cool with this.
What is initiative again?
It's your best. So click on your
Yeah,
character.
I got that
click
part. What are the skills?
Initiative, and it's your highest combat skill.
Okay. Not academics.
Athletics is combat.
Athletics it counts as combat, and yeah, I think it's cunning plus.
Yeah, it'll automatically factor in.
I don't have that. I didn't put it on her. I don't think.
Yeah, it's cunning. It's cunning.
But yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember these things.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Oh,
I didn't either. Did I give her? Was I smart? Did I give her initiative?
1.
I did actually give her initiative. I'll change it to what she actually got. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay. She actually got a 3. And then is smart enough to put it on them? I was. You click on one of them. All right, they don't. Well, I can do it real quick. Why did you only roll 1? Okay,
yeah, it's only
that was weird.
one die. Hey,
Hmm.
there it is.
Okay, well there's the 1. Okay, there you go. That's a 1. So order for you all. What order would you like to go in? Since keep in mind that's not necessarily your initiative. You have set optional initiative orders of, and anyone can take whatever slot as long as the group's okay with it.
Happy with mine.
I was kind of wanting to de-escalate, if you can imagine Bogey wanting to de-escalate.
Yeah. I can
So I'd be, if I have an initiative roll, then I'll be using it for that. But if we're trying to, we've got a lot of skeletons and things to deal with up front. So I'd be perfectly willing to give that to somebody that wants to do something about that, unless you want me to try to diplomacy check this.
Look, skeletons. You know, you just got created. Hear me out.
Yeah, I mean, something tells me we're past the point of diplomacy at the moment.
I want to have the conversation in initiative order. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
Right, like always.
I know that trick. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Any changes?
And I'm pretty useless in combat, as you know. So
What?
I'm perfectly happy being last.
You useless.
Pretty
You
useless.
killed a minotaur.
Oh, yeah,
That
you killed
is
a Minotaur,
true.
man.
But at the moment, I don't have a gun. So
I don't
Look
have
who's
a
standing
knife
next to you,
either.
buddy.
Yeah, Fist of Fury.
there we go.
Okay. Are we good?
One. Yep.
Cool. Well, then this is where we'll pick it up next time.
Nice.
Perfect.
A cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Of course, man.
Why didn't we reenact that with Bogey going up the cliff face?
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. We will be back next Thursday with whatever we're calling that. Episode 2, Session 1, Session 0.5 and 1 of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So we'll have some Thursday. Should be more Scion again in 2 weeks. Unless something changes. But that, I think, plan. So, thanks for hanging out with us as we get back into the world of Scion for several months. We kind of remember what we're doing, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It all came back to everybody. It was great.
Yeah. And next time we'll see what we can do about some skeletons and a lady doing bad rituals. So,
Might not be bad.
it's probably bad. Made skeletons.
She all but admitted that she's doing bad things.
I wonder if that's in the
Right,
book.
so she didn't admit it.
But she also doesn't seem like she's totally buying into wanting to, more that she needs to,
Bad.
or else something bad will happen to her.
She's bad. She knows she's bad. She has to be bad. You know, that's how it goes sometimes.
Now she doesn't have a book, so sucks to be her.
So you get for doing nerd shit.
Yep. Standing around reading books. What happens?
Get knives thrown at you.
Yep. I didn't throw it at her. I just threw it at the book.
Toward near her.
I mean,
you
I
threw it near
definitely
her.
would have hit her.
Literally in her. You definitely would have hit her. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Paola and her skeleton crew in a couple weeks, and next week we'll see what happens. A mysterious Fae carnival. All right. Night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
Good night.